Hi, Chris here at TT120. It's summertime. Fantastic. Right, we've got, if you're watching this video, you will probably have watched Hornby's video because I think I'm just sticking this out just after it. Got to check the timings with Mr. Weaver. Bit of a surprise, a lot more than a lot of us expected. I know there's a lot of reruns and reprints, but then again, on the wagons, we really needed them, you know. To find out exactly what we've got, if you haven't seen the Hornby video, then I'm not going to say any more than that, so you can watch my video and enjoy. I've put a few little comments on, and just to those doubters who think that everything that Hornby bring out I say is lovely, there's one there that isn't my cup of tea. But it's only my personal opinion. There might be other people out there who will really enjoy it, and hopefully they do, and hopefully they do buy it. But there is one there that's not on my wish list. Anyway, you can't always have everything you want, can you? You'll have also noticed from my thumbnail that Peco have popped their head up above the parapet. Hooray! Now, we all know what we want from Peco, so you'll have to watch. Now, I do the Hornby bit first, then I do the Peco bit afterwards, okay? Because Hornby's is the big announcement. Peco have come on board at this time, or not come on board, they've announced what they are doing next. Now, just because they know that you guys will all be excited, and there'll be a whole bunch of you watching the Hornby video and hopefully watching my video too. So they thought this might be a good opportunity. They're not trying to go toe to toe with Hornby's announcement. They're not trying to black cat it or whittle on their firework. What they're trying to do is just say, hey, we are here, we have been listening, and this is what we're going to be bringing out soon. Now, talking of timings, all of that Hornby stuff that you've either seen on the Hornby announcement or you're about to see on this video will be available. It will be available now because it will have actually gone live at 10 o'clock. So they're available to pre-order from the Hornby site and from your retailer of choice. Okay, the Peco stuff, I'm not exactly sure what the deal is right now because I got a bit of a heads up from Peco, obviously, but I didn't get the whole enchilada, which goes out to the retailers. That goes out at around about exactly this time, or maybe half hour ago. So I'm pretty sure that there's no that you can't pre-order. Some retailers do offer I think the opportunity for you to leave an expression of interest, so I think that's perfectly okay. So if you contacted a certain retailer, I think you might need to phone up the sales lines, then you can then the sales guys can raise an order on your details or take your details, and so that when we get and when we're allowed to actually place an order with Peco, you'll automatically go on the list and you'll get a confirmation. Okay, so you can, so that's a sort of pre-order, but there's no money exchanged, and we don't really know what the costs are at the moment. Although, knowing Peco, they'll be in line with what Peco's always done, so I don't think these things are going to be overly expensive. There's no way they're going to be overly expensive. They're going to be a good price point, as Peco does. Now, when it comes to availability, when these things actually land, I'm not so sure about the Hornby stuff because obviously, and I don't think they're 100% sure, and they never can be because they get their stuff shipped in, obviously, from abroad. And but I believe these items will be landing at some point next year. Keep an eye on Tim Allen's thread on the Hornby forum because he pretty much keeps up on he keeps tabs of what's going on and whether dates get pushed back and so on and so forth. It's quite a useful resource. Go check it out. All right, I think I can't remember the name of the title, but can have a little look through the forum. There's not many that have a lot of people viewing, and Tim's is one of the ones that gets a lot of views. Right, but the Peco ones now. Touch wood. If a machine doesn't break down or they don't have staff illnesses or that kind of stuff, then if they can manage to produce, at maximum capacity, there's a very possibility that we might see some of Peco's products before Christmas, which would be fantastic, wouldn't it? Yeah. Right. Enough bibble babble. Get on and watch the video. I'll see you at the end. So first off the blocks, the TT3041M BR Class 50 Barham 5016 in the classic small logo BR blue with the yellow faces. It's going to be stunning, this, isn't it? Era, I'm guessing this is sort of like the 6.7, isn't it? And lots of stuff to run with this. Obviously, hopefully, we'll have some blue-grey coaches at some point to pull behind it. Wonderful. Next, the stunning TT3042M Network Southeast Class 50 Arc Royal 5035. I know a certain little southern boy will be very happy with this. Wonderful. I love this livery. Plenty of scope for both of these locos to be redated, renumbered. I mean, there's lots of really good looking, like Hood and Rodney and all those battleship names. Now, at the moment, you might think, oh, hang on, there's no now Network Southeast coaches to pull with these. Well, they will pull both the Network Southeast and the Blue Grey. So, arguably, right now, you could put the Mark II Fs behind it. I'm not sure about the Mark IIIs. But who knows, or dares to dream what's coming next? TT3043 LNER Class A4 462 Sir Nigel Gresley. Sorry, that's what you get from Peachy. Yes, it's nice to have another LNER loco, but it's almost exactly the same as Mallard. Okay, so it does have a single chimney and it does have the corridor coach, which are nice details, but personally, I'd rather seen this in either Era 11 BR Blue Sir Nigel Gresley as it is restored, or I'd have rather seen it in one of the, or not Sir Nigel Gresley, and done one of the silvers and had that beautiful silver livery that I think works so well with the skirts. Hey ho. Now this is more like it. TT6038 BR 21 ton mineral wagon B313504. Now this is the bauxite one, which I believe means that it will be fitted with vacuum brakes, and you can put a long line of these on their own and you won't need a brake wagon, or you can put a stack of greys on the back end of this and stick a brake wagon on for the greys to support the greys. So lots of fun can be had with these, and I think we might have something quite special coming next. Now then, TT6039, a triple pack with 3 different running numbers. So again, the BR 21 ton mineral wagon in the bauxite with the vacuum brakes. Now these are all separate numbers and separate from the individual you've just seen. I say this is a hit. I think this is a fantastic idea, and well done, Martin. Sorry for poo-pooing your Mallard copy, but yes, this is a hit. People are buying them in triplets, and I think this is going to do really well. Obviously, it's a slightly lesser price than buying them individually. I think not a huge amount, but at least it means that they're in groups of 3. That's easy to purchase. Good idea. Aha, 7 plank wagons. Right, okay, so TT6040, the GT Parker and Son 7 plank wagon, the best Yorkshire and Derbyshire coals supplied. Now, 7 planks, can you have enough? No, of course you can't. And of course, these are a nice mix of the Yorkshire and Midlands. So a good spread crossing the Pennines there. Or do they cross the Pennines? I don't know. Who cares? I think it's a great looking wagon. It's I know these are slightly higher price point than Pecos, but they do have that excellent kinematic coupling system, so they do flow really well, and they roll really well too. Great little models and a great addition, I think, when it comes to reliveries. Now another gorgeous livery for a 7 plank, the TT6041 T Burnett. Now another Yorkshire one, Doncaster for the Donny boys. Excellent stuff. What a detail on this, on the detail graphics on this. I mean, yeah, that's got to be a hit. Love it, love it. Let's move on. Wow, another triple pack. Fantastic. TT6042. It's got the Lowen Warwick, Bernard T. Frost, and the Shirebrook. Now, guys, you asked for wagons. They brought wagons. No complaints from any of you. These are gorgeous. These are going to add, well, particularly with the Lowen Warwick from Holloway, they're going to have a new colour, new dynamic to your long trains of 7 planks. So we're still in the realm of renumbering current tooling. So this one is the TT6043, the BR Vent van from Cadbury. You see up there, it's a Return to Cadbury Bros, Bourneville. So a bit of a private owner touch to a BR van. Again, I'm assuming it's a vacuum braked job, so you don't technically need a brake van. Is that correct? I might not. I might be wrong on that front. I don't know. Put it in the comments below if I have made a mess of that. Now another triple pack. Excellent. This is the TT6044 BR Vent Van triple pack. Again with separate running numbers. All of these. Fantastic idea again, having a triple pack. Now I know we saw triple packs initially with some of the tankers in the last announcement. That has proven popular with pre-orders, so no doubt this will be popular again. Fantastic seeing this amount of stock coming. I just hope that they actually order enough for you guys. Now this is nice. Partially new tooling, I'm assuming. I guess that chassis is the same as the previous hoppers, and there'll be some shared CAD, but it has a new top, and this is the China clay. Now, quickly, what's the? Have a look at your notes, Chris. TT6048, the CDA hopper ECC, number 375026. What a beautiful looking hopper. These will certainly add a new dimension of colour and a variation to people's layouts. And of course, these do look rather good when they're weathered up in with messy white China clay. I don't need to tell you a lot where you can go to get some excellent China clay weathering done. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. And of course, TT6049, the same CDA hopper ECCs, but with 3 different running numbers. There's also a triple pack. Fantastic. This looks like it's the future, guys. Aha! A brand new tooling at last. Fantastic. TT6050, the EWS MHA Coalfish Ballast Wagon. Now, this is something fantastic. This is now this can be obviously happily pulled by the E and WS 37 that's coming out, but also the WS 66, which I think was one of the earlier liveries and was around at the end of this wagon's life to pull these around. So fantastic news. Great to have a new style of rolling stock. And following the fashion, TT6051, this sees the EWS MHA Coalfish Ballast Wagon in a triple pack, again with 3 different running numbers, separate from the individual item. Now, don't ask me why they're called Coalfish Ballast Wagons, right? Because it just shows up my ignorance of prototypical names. But I'm sure there are people out there who will tell you, quite happily tell you, maybe even in the comments. I do really think this is a fantastic way to go. I think it shows that the demand for wagons is out there, that our scale not only is it landed, it is absolutely well and truly on its way to being something actually superb. Can't wait to see some long trains of these being pulled. Fantastic stuff. Now that's the end of the Hornby segment, but we've got a little treat for you, because after this piece, we've got some new stuff from Peco. Well, you wanted it, now you've got it. TTR 1000B, the Peco BR 16-ton mineral wagon coal, unfitted. Obviously, that's the brakes. This illustration is shows the older style NEM pocket, but I have had it confirmed they will all be with the upgraded, obviously. This is a new chassis, it's not the 9-foot, and these are representative of the steel 16-ton. So this is, I think, is exactly what everybody wants. Let's see what other colours and running numbers are going to be produced. So TTR 1001B, 16-ton mineral wagon, MCO, again, unfitted. TTR 1020B, BR 16-ton mineral wagon coal, 16 VB, vacuum brake fitted. Doesn't show it in the illustration, but this one is marked up as vacuum braked. Also, it's in bauxite, so that fits in with what that's doing. Excellent. TTR 1021B, another running number in the bauxite. This is the MCV, again fitted, so no doubt that will come. It will either have moulded pipes on, or they'll come as an extra in a kit, I guess. Aha! Another vent wagon. You wish for one for ages, and a whole bunch come along. Well, this is TTR 1300P. It's based on the LMS 9-foot version, and I presume, well, I can see that that's the 9-foot chassis that's been used previously on the 7 plank. That makes perfect sense. So it's a new tooled body. This one is obviously unbraked, and it is dressed up as a private owner Bass from Burton-on-Trent, which leads me to think that there'll be plenty of retailers queuing up to get some more private owner commissions in on those. I wonder who might be first at the traps. Now, more traditional LMS livery. That's nice to see a specific LMS livery out there for that side of the Pennines. This one is TTR 1301M. Again, obviously a vent wagon on the 9-foot chassis. It has hoses on, but the listing doesn't say vacuum brake fitted. So I don't know whether that's a cut and place blip, or whether actually that one was with the brakes. And TTR 1302B, this one in a more plain BR but unfitted. Nice little mix-a-lot for the serious model maker, or the more conservative minded. And last but not least, along this plethora of wagons, is TTR 1303B. This is obviously the BR in bauxite with vacuum brakes fitted. Again, you could well imagine a huge rake of these without the requirement of a brake van. Now, last but not least, LK12111. This is a southern region, or more accurately, an Isle of Wight signal box. But I think these were all over the southern region. So this shows that Peco continue to expand their already very nice laser cut kits. This is a snapshot of the earliest example of what they're doing. So not finished in any way, not painted, and not part of their packaging shots, but something they thought you guys might like to see. And here is LK12112, the station buildings. Now, I think this is one kit. Is it one kit, or is it... Oh, no, it's not. It's one kit that can make 2 buildings. So you can either have it with the house, or you can have it as a plain platform. I believe that's the gag. I might have got that wrong. Now, I recognise this. This is Ventnor West, because I've seen it as a boy in the 70s when they were building a housing estate around it, and the locals managed to make sure that the actual station building survived, and it survives today as a private residence. Last but not least, LK12113. This is a good shed. I think the doors can be in the open position as well. This will obviously make up quite a nice little station scene, especially for anyone considering buying those terriers and coaches. Make a cracking little station, I think. Well, a lot of that stuff wasn't a surprise, but I believe is very much welcomed. I sincerely hope that Hornby will produce a lot of some of these wagons. Now, it's a very hard thing for them to actually try and predict, and it's very difficult with such a new scale and such lack of data to try and get your head around trying to get that thing right. And of course, they're at the whim of some of the manufacturers and what they do, and sometimes get popped down the pecking order depending on what you're paying, I guess. I don't know the ins and outs of it, but I know it's not quite as simple as going, right, I'm having this amount now, or I need more. Time and gaps go in between, and I think what happened in America last year also had a big impact on turnaround of some of these projects that they were planning. And well, I suppose the thing I'm concerned about, and I think you guys are concerned about as well, is that if something is popular and it sells out, then we can sometimes have a really long period where I certainly know for the retailer that I work for that we could have sold a lot more of some of the stuff that sold out quickly. But you can't shoot Hornby for not quite getting that right. They've got lessons to learn. They held their hands up. If you talk to any of the team at a show, they're not. I think they're quite open about the fact that they're trying to get it right and they're trying to do the best they can for you, and that's the cards we're dealt with, and we have to kind of get on with it. There's not a lot of point going on social media and slagging them off. It's okay to go on social media and say, "Hey, I'm disappointed I can't have 25 vent wagons," but now you can. Now you can buy a shed load of vent wagons, and now they've got air brake ones. I think from both companies. Certainly, definitely the Peco ones. There's some air brake vent wagons. I can't even remember now. If there were so many, I can't remember. But there's certainly wagons coming out there for earlier periods of period 5, whatever, where you don't need a brake van. Those ever elusive brake vans. Will we ever see another one again? I'm confident we will. It's just not today. All right. Anyway, guys, have fun. I know we're not doing a lot of building right now because of all this, the summer, and it's all gorgeous and lovely. But I've got a little bit of news for you. After the success of the Class 37s running around Camelot at DCC Concepts free Model Rail Festival, which was a fantastic thing. It was a really cool vibe. It wasn't like a big show where 100,000 people run through the door and try and buy 00 wagons for £5. It was something more than that, and it was really great seeing the TT120, a good amount of the clan that maybe don't know each other but could actually have a good old chat around Camelot. It was a bit of a TT120 loving, if I'm honest, and it was fantastic to see. But because of the success of that, I'm going to be at Getz with Camelot. Woohoo! I know. I didn't think I'd make it with Camelot. I didn't think it was up there, but apparently it is. So that's awesome news. It's going to be in the Hornby magazine as well. Jonathan came and took some fantastic photographs. I've just got to write up something different and interesting for you to read before it actually goes live, but that'll be later in the year. There's a very high chance of something new in colour, beautiful, that a lot of you want, will be running around Camelot when it is at Getz. So I'm really quite excited about that, and I feel privileged as well to be able to bring that to you. Guys, as always, please Take care. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to like and subscribe. Like and what? Like and subscribe. And ring the little bell and all that yada yada. It really does support the channel, supports the algorithm, helps all this malarkey get out there, helps other manufacturers who haven't dipped their toes in yet pay more attention to what we're doing. All right? Take care. Cheerio, bye.
And that's all there is to tell. I'll be on my way now, sir. I've got urgent business in the south. I have to meet a man at Marlborough Junction.